Then you've got the main event of the evening, Holly Holm versus Ketlen Viera. Now, this one, look, it's an interesting one, this, because both of these ladies, they're both good over 25 minutes. It's most likely a decision, this one, I would have thought. But that's not where I'm betting, because I'm kind of rolling the dice here. Because, look, Holm, she's been out since 2020, but I think that Holm, she's just very, very good. Look, Viera, she's coming off that five rounder with Tate where she won. Viera, she is just very good. She's very solid. She kind of throws with quite good power. She's pretty good on the ground. But I don't see Holly Holm being weak enough in any area for her to take advantage. I just don't. I think that Holly Holm, she's too smart. Holly Holm, we've just seen her in so many different fights where she's just fought, she's stuck to the game plan perfectly. Do you know what I mean? Where she needs to wrestle, she can wrestle. Where she prefers to strike, obviously, because she had a good boxing career as well, and she's just a very, very good kickboxer. You know, she understands range very well. She's very good at winning rounds, at outworking her opponents, and her gas tank is absolutely phenomenal. She will not fade as the fight goes on. I think Ketlen Viera might, if she's being frustrated with the striking of Holm, if Holm is able to keep the distance and just chip away. The side kick especially. The side kick is something that Holly Holm does very, very well. She covers a lot of distance with it, and she can land it to the knee, to the leg, and then, you know, to the midsection. And then when after she's thrown a few of those out, all of a sudden you're kind of worrying about that. Boom, she goes up top. And then, you know, like Betchka here, she'd be lights out. Holly Holm has got one of the best high kicks in that division. She really does. It's very fast, and it's just very technical. It's just she throws it so effortlessly, but she sets it up with body and leg attacks first. So you're thinking about the body and the leg attacks, and all of a sudden. And she does tend to land that particular strike when opponents are being frustrated. And that's where my money is going on this one. I think Ketlen Viera is very, very good. Right? I think her best path to victory is probably to try and take it to the ground. I'm not sure that she's going to find too much success in a kickboxing match with Holly Holm. So, I mean, that being said, Holly Holm is 40 now, but, you know, she still hasn't shown. We haven't seen her since 2020, but she hasn't shown any signs of slowing down at this point. So, as I said at the top of this fight, I do think the most likely outcome is probably a decision. However, also, one thing I could see happening, it's where my money has gone, because there are just things that there are so many different possible outcomes, but what I've convinced myself of, at the very least, is I think that as the fight goes on, if Holly Holm is finding success with the strikes, then Ketlen Viera is going to start thinking she's behind, and she will start becoming more reckless. She'll start coming forward, trying to throw bigger shots, and that is where I think the danger of her getting clipped with a head kick, that high kick of Holly Holm, is going to be prevalent, and that's what I'm betting on. I'm going for, because the decision for Holly Holm is even money. It's barely even worth betting on. And actually, it's a 5-rounder. 5 rounds is a long time to go. A lot can happen in 5 rounds. So I'm going with Holly Holm by knockout TKO. That is 4.50. That is a far better odds to add onto my accumulator. And yeah, so my accumulator this week, you put all of those together, you've got Holly Holm by knockout TKO, Ponzinibbio by knockout TKO, Chidi Ondrukani by stoppage, knockout TKO, so that's even money, didn't get much of that one, and then Jalton Almeida by TKO stoppage. I've just realised that last week I went all submissions, and this week I've gone all stoppages, so yeah, all TKOs. So yeah, the TKO quadruple ACCA for UFC Vegas 55 comes in at 175.50 to 1. That's worth putting a pound on. Like I said, for me, it's like having an MMA scratch card. You know, it's you put your £1 in, and you scratch them off as you go along. It adds a little bit of fun to the fights, and it's like having a scratch card, except you get to watch people punch each other in the face in the process of watching it unfold. So yeah, that's how I like to do it. So let me know in the comments who you're going to be betting betting on. Let me know your thoughts on the fights, and yeah, I'll be wrapping these up, recapping these bets and the event on Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. So until then, keep those odds long and those bets terrible.